So, hi, my name is Joshua Mosqueira. I am the game director for Reaper of Souls.
My name is David Adams. I'm the lead level designer for Diablo3 Reaper of Souls.
네, 먼저 저는 조시 모스케라라고 하고요. 블리자드 엔터테인먼트의 게임 디렉터라고 합니다.
Stay calm.
So, there has been a lot of presentations about the Reaper of Souls. For example, we had BlizzCon and G-Star and a lot of press events. But there's something that they feel that is missing, is hidden. So they want to know if there's something that is not revealed yet. Please introduce that to the audience.
So we have done a lot of presentations because we're very excited about a lot of the sort of new features. But even at this last moment, there's still a few new features that I think not a lot of players know about, but that we're very excited to talk about. One of them is what we call pools of reflection. Now, pools of reflection are a new feature. They essentially look like a health well, but when you activate them, what they give you is a persistent XP buff. It gives you XP that lasts for a good amount of while and actually persists between sessions. However, you lose that buff if you die. So it's what we call a anti-death bonus.
So is there any protections or any plans to prevent the error 37 we had? She said it was a horrible experience.
Yes. First of all, we deleted error 37. No, it was a very hard moment, not just for our players who really wanted to play the game, but for us as well. I think we've taken a lot of steps, to ensure that we're looking at technical solutions to ensure that our capacity and our bandwidth are all ready for March 25th when Reaper comes out. I think one of the reasons why we've had such a prolonged beta as well, has been when we're trying to find out if there are any potential issues coming up. But I think one of the sort of interesting new things is that, so part of the problem was that, on May 15th, when Diablo 3 launched, everybody was trying to log in at the same time. With Reaper of Souls, and it was one of the reasons why we're doing patch 2.0 and everything, is you can already be logged in before Reaper goes live. And the moment Reaper goes live, you'll be in-game already, and you'll be able to press play and go right into Act 5. So we definitely are trying to take all the steps we can to avoid repeating the past, and we want Reaper's launch to be as smooth as we can make it.
So in original Diablo 3, while you were stuck in error 37, and then you get achievement and then your achievement is gone. It doesn't. You can't get that achievement. So is that fixed in Reaper of Souls?
We definitely looked at all the problems and all the issues that happened around launch. And as I said before, it wasn't a happy time at Blizzard. It wasn't a happy time for many of our players. And again, we've really taken a lot of steps to make sure that everything is ready March 25th.
So this afternoon, you guys announced that the pre-orders are actually getting the Wings of Imperius.
Yes.
So could you tell us more exact details about the way to get that wing?
It's for all pre-orders. So if you
Yeah. So if you've already pre-ordered the game, you will be getting the Wings of Valor, and if you pre-order the game at any point, so going forward before ship, you'll be getting the Wings of Valor. So as long as you pre-order, if you've already pre-ordered, or if you're going to pre-order, you will be getting your Wings of Valor.
She said she can't really define the difference between the difficulty system, the difference between the previous difficulty system and what we have right now. Could you please explain about that?
So I think the first big change is that, so in the original game, you were sort of stuck in this sort of continuous loop of normal, nightmare, hell, and Inferno. What we wanted to do is sort of give players the freedom to really change the difficulty based on what challenge level they wanted to. So I think one way to think about it is in the original normal, Nightmare, Hell, and Inferno were game modes, whereas now our difficulties are actual challenge levels, right? So as you increase the difficulty, the challenge increases, and also the rewards get better. And this is something you can change. For example, you can change in-game if you want. You can, if you set the game too hard, you can sort of make it easier. But really, we want to give players as many different options to how to play through Diablo 3.
Yeah, there's no progression with that challenge level. You can start the game as soon as you get it. You don't have to do normal. You can go right to Torment and try that out if that's what you want to do, where before you kind of had to go through that progression. So there's just no progression anymore.
Can the players who has vanilla can play Diablo 3 with their friends who has Reaper of Souls?
Yeah, absolutely. You can play. There's certain parts of the content that you won't be able to play. You won't be able to play the Act 5 if they go there, or Adventure Mode. But you will get all of the benefits of the patch 2.0. So you'll be able to do that content and have all those benefits with your friends.
So she played as a crusader, and then she felt at first the defense and also the attack were also very strong, and she was very satisfied because it was a hack and slash game. But after a few patches during the beta, she felt the defense is really good, but the attack amount was really low now, so she kind of felt boring while fighting elites. So she wants to know why didn't you do this patch after the release? Why in the beta? Why during the beta test?
So the reason we did it during the beta test is because we wanted to get as much feedback as we can, so that we can make sure that when March 25th comes out and so millions of players are going to come back to play the game, that the Crusader feels as awesome as we can make them feel. I think one of the sort of benefits and also disadvantages of being in the beta is that you get to see the way we swing from super overpowered and it feels really awesome, and then we sort of go to this extreme, and then we sort of end up in the middle. And it's one of the reasons why we have a staggered sort of beta waves, is because we want to see that every time we go from here to here, we want to get new feedback, fresh feedback, and says like, does this feel awesome? Because obviously if you're used to this is not going to feel awesome, right? Because you were used to this, right? But again, we really want to make sure that, come March 25th, that the Crusader feels, not just the Crusader, all the classes, all the game feels solid.
Yeah, and that the Crusader too has to be balanced against the other characters as well. So you don't want to go into this and we do this release and then there's the one character that's like so much more awesome. Just we want everybody to play the Crusader, obviously, but we want all the other characters to feel just as powerful still.
So in order to get Hellfire Ring in this patch, you have to fight a wood Diablo, right? Right. So did you actually kind of got that concept from Diablo 2? And that was the first question. And second question is, have you have any episodes or any memories about killing over Diablo and while playing Diablo 2, and also Ring of Jordan that was really popular? Is there any episodes or memories you have about that in Diablo 2?
Well, yeah. So what was the first question?
The Hellfire Ring and Overdrive.
Yes,
was it related
totally.
to that?
Yes, it was. It's something that we wanted to do for the original, and we thought it would be something very cool to add for Reaper. So Reaper of Souls is definitely inspired by Diablo 2. Now, for the second question, if you have any stories or episodes about Uber fighting Uber Diablo in Diablo 2 and even Diablo 3, I wouldn't call them episodes, more like nightmares. And definitely, I got some of those flashbacks while we were testing and balancing the Uber fight, and Andrew Chambers and Matthew Berger, who were the two designers working on it, yeah, they gave me nightmares. They sort of reminded me when I was back playing D2 and just clicking away and getting so close and then dying. Yeah, it's fun. Hard.
So you play with Andrew and Matthew?
Yeah.
And Diablo3, right?
Yeah, Diablo3.
While testing. Right?
Yeah.
So if you buy a collector's edition, they said you will get 3 card packs or cards, 3 Hearthstone cards or packs. So is there any details you know about this feature or contents? They're not even sure if it's a packs or cards.
We hadn't heard anything about you getting cards or anything, or card pack for the collector's edition.
It's a fun rumor.
Yeah, I don't know if
No.
somebody from PR knows anything different, but...
So a lot of people are still talking about the Diablo PvP system and the ladder system. So how is the progression going, and anything you want to say about how it's going?
Well, I don't think we have anything really to talk about that's advanced anything with PvP. We would love to have PvP in the game. I mean, we talk about it on the team. We know the community is very passionate about having PvP. Right now, I mean, it's really trying to figure out the best gameplay for that system to work in Diablo, and we really haven't come up with that formula yet. So I think right now we're just really focused, on Reaper. There were a lot of changes that have happened in the game since launch and through this expansion. So I think all that stuff that's gone on, like Loot 2.0 and everything that's gone on and the new content that we've made, has kept us busy during that time. So much so that we really haven't had a lot of time to put into any of that. But it's something that we discuss. We totally understand that people want it. Our team wants it. It's just something that we really need to figure out. We're just, it's gonna take time, and we just haven't had that so far.
I think when it comes time to, if it comes time to making any announcement, we're gonna have a really big party.
Yeah, it won't just
Everybody
be
was
like,
super happy.
it'll be huge.
The Wings of Valor, from what he knows, in May 25th, when you guys announced the contents of the collector's edition, it wasn't included, but it was suddenly appeared from nowhere. And he wants to know if it's a surprise thing that you guys wanted to give up, or one of the feedbacks from the community actually moved your hearts, so you guys decided to put it in. Or is that planned, or is that a surprise?
I don't know.
I know.
I'll let that to Josh.
Yeah,
he worked on that. So.
I think wings are very cool, and I always have my my collector's edition from the original, and I really like the console ones as well. And I thought it would only be fair if we did a new set of wings for Reaper, and especially for the pre-order. So it was partially planned, but it was also a lot of sort of great last-minute opportunity, and the whole team was like, let's do it, and we did it very quickly. So. And a big part of the reason too is Imperius got a little jealous, because Tyrael has wings, Malthael has wings, and poor Imperius didn't get any wings, so we felt it was fair for the Angel of Judgment to get some wing action.
So he played better and he had a great experience, but one thing that he didn't like was the fixed view of the game, and he felt in actually you could change the view in PlayStation version. That's what he said. I'm not sure, but even when we have Z button, it closes you up, but it's not like a zoom. So he wants those contents. But could you say something about that?
So in the PlayStation version, where there's no actual camera controls, but the camera is closer because when you're sitting on your couch or further away from the screen, When it comes to the PC version, because of the control scheme, it's important your character is always in the center of the screen. So there's not a lot that we can do for the camera, though there's 2 instances in the beta where we're actually trying to do something cool with the camera. And Dave, you want to talk about those? Do you remember what those are?
So no, but I can explain like why we do some of the stuff with the camera that we do. I mean, we build to that camera. The art in the game, we build to it. So it's really difficult once we have specifications for like West March, for example, you know, the high buildings and how we construct everything. The camera, it really can't move much because you're gonna zoom through all that. So it's built in a specific way to that camera, so we really can't change it much.
But so at the very beginning of Act 5, when you're what we call the West March overlook, you know, we do adjust the camera so that you get a really cool view of West March, so you really have a good understanding of just the evil that Malthael is bringing on the city. And if you play it into Pandemonium, the battering ram, that's another instance where we sort of changed the camera to really make it as dramatic as possible.
And we also do it at right before you enter the Malthael.
Spoilers.
Oh, sorry. I think you can walk down there.
Yeah, I know.
You can walk down.
So there is a spot that actually kind of you changes.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, but it's built again. The art is built specifically for those moments.
So he looked over the new skills of the heroes, and one of the example was Barbarian, and he uses the new skill called Avalanche, and he felt it's like a magic spell rather than the Barbarian skill, and he kind of felt it's like all similar skills. After all, you know, effect is different, but the effect is different, but you know, it feels really similar to all the characters. So, as a developer, how do you think about these feedbacks?
We work very hard to make sure that our skills really help reinforce the core fantasy of the class. And for the specific example of Avalanche, you know, one of the things that really marks the the Barbarian is, you know, that he is, you know, he's about might. And he's also about, you know, the Barbarian they come from the mountains, right? So I think it was important for us that skill so it's called Avalanche for a reason, is we wanted to sort of invoke some of that sort of natural, primal element as part of the core fantasy of the Barbarian. He's somebody who is about, you know, might and mountains and strength.
So. It's no comments about why the skills feel so similar.
You know, we definitely try to make sure that our skills feel as different as we can make them, and you know, we sort of feel that, you know, when you look at all the new skills, you know, they all serve slightly different roles, and of course we would love to hear the feedback is that all the skills feel completely different. But I do think that there are unique elements to Avalanche, for example, that tactically make it feel different from other skills. Especially when it comes to the runes. The runes are really where you can really change and tweak and amp a skill.
So there's some monitors that has view like this, 21 to the right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
But he knows that Diablo 3 doesn't support that, and also how high. There's a lot of high resolution monitors right now, so how much can Diablo 3 handle?
Good question. I don't have the exact answer, but I know that some of our programmers on our team have crazy setups, and they keep asking both myself and our tech director to be able to support those crazy setups. So I'm sure we can find out the answer for you, but especially the 20 by 9, 21 by 9. Yeah, so there was one programmer who used to come to my desk almost every week asking the same question, and he stopped coming by my desk. So I'm assuming that he stopped coming by my desk because he's happy now. And we've worked on something, but we can get the information.
So since two of the most important developer of Team 3 has arrived in Korea, that means the game is almost done. That's his assumption. So he's thinking of the last minute changes and development going on. So how is it happening right now in the Team 3?
He's talking to me.
Yeah.
The most important one.
No.
I mean, I can cover some of the stuff that's going on right now. Really, just at this point, it's just like last minute little tweaks and stuff. I mean, we are still receiving a lot of feedback from the beta, and we will act on that even after, you know, after we launch. We'll still react to that. But a lot of the stuff for level design, anyway, we're doing a lot of tweaks to monster density throughout the game. Just making sure that feels good throughout, and just, you know, a few bugs here and there. But a lot of the time, we've just been playing. We've been having a good time, you know, just finally getting some time to play the characters a lot, and just you know, take in the game at this point. That's what's really great about this part of the game, where we can come out to these things as a, you know, and take some time to talk to you guys, but also, you know, everyone back at the office, like, playing the game and just, you know, wrapping up a few things here and there. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think that's, you know, obviously we want to make sure that, you know, we finish Reaper and it's really strong and awesome, but at the same time, the thing is, as Dave said, I think it's important for us to, you know, we spend a lot of time working on the game, and we're very excited that in a couple of weeks, not only is patch 2.0 going to go live, but next month Reaper's coming out. And, you know, I think it's important that not only we make sure that the team's working and playing the game, but it's really important to come out and spend some time with you guys and get to talk. And, you know, we work very hard, and we work hard because we love the game, but we love the game because it brings us together with our players. And at the end of the day, that's why we put in all the hard work, because we love our players, and getting to talk to you guys is very special.
So from original, Diablo was, you guys said, you know, if you try to get the Inferno Diablo, it probably takes 6 months.
Yep.
But
yeah. Yep.
Yeah. But that happened. Yeah. So this time we have Torment level 6 and we have Matthew. How do you think it will take? Any assumption?
You can start.
Well, so
you can start in Torment.
yeah, we don't make those kind of statements
I'm
anymore.
not gonna bet.
Our players continually surprise us.
Yeah.
In fact, it was so Wyatt Chang, who's our senior technical designer, who's really, you know, does a lot of the sort of final tweaking. Like he's the one who would tell us, oh, it's going to take 6 months, and when it didn't take 6 months, he wasn't very happy, and he owed us a lot of beer. We put a bet, and I think I won on that one. So I said it will take less than a month, and he said no, it's going to be 6 months. So like, okay, so for every week less than a month, it's a couple of beers. So.
I think we underestimated how important it was for people to do that as quickly as possible. Like, yeah, I was amazed, like how fast. So I can't even guess, like, this time, because people are relentless. They will stop at nothing to achieve the, you know, whatever it is as quickly as possible. Be the first guy to do that. So.
So in StarCraft 2 2.1 patch, there is a new option that actually you can listen to some of the soundtracks from the original StarCraft. So he thinks it's really cool, and he thinks it might be better if we put the same thing. We have great soundtracks from Diablo 1 and 2 and put it in the Diablo 3, and if you could hear that while we're playing adventure mode. What do you think about that?
Cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that is an idea that actually our music director also suggested, and I mean, we don't have any announcements right now, but it's definitely I think something that a lot of players would really enjoy. I know I would enjoy it as well.
Yeah.
So you know, let's see what the future brings.
So, as the original Diablo 3 was kind of lack of end contents, so a lot of the patches were made to support that. But from the Reaper of Souls, you guys have a lot of features that actually supports the end contents, so it's very strong there. So, how is the direction of the future patches will be? Is it focused on the end contents, strengthening the end contents, or something else?
You know, that's starting to get into the future. But I think it's important for me to say that we do have a content roadmap. There are things, some very exciting things that we're thinking about, that we may be working on. But we also want to see what the reaction is and what the feedback is when Reaper goes out. It's you know, as Dave says, it's like when we release Reaper, it's not the end, but really the beginning. And we have some ideas, but we also want to see the things that our players find really exciting. What are the things that they don't find as exciting? So it's really a partnership. So we have some ideas, but we're going to see how you guys react to it and where we're going to take this ship together, right? Because it's really it's a partnership. You know, we're partners in this endeavor that is Diablo 3. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good question.